when I mute everyone. It's like, hey. So I'll be a little closer in, and let's begin. Hello, Debbie. Hello, Doug. And hands to heart center. Inhale, you're going to reach up, look upward, arms out to the sides and down. From my home to your home. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, arms out to the sides, hands down, chin down. So we're going to do our side bend movement. So you reach up and over. So instead of lifting, you're trying to anchor down and lengthen. I didn't see Vester's name, but I think he's here. And I can only see a few of the names. There's like 24 of you on here. And this is wonderful. Here we are, our community together, Seattle Athletic Club group. Thank you for joining. Let's do the other side. Reach up and come over, lengthen, breathe in, exhale. One more breath in, exhale, and release. So I will be going onto my mat. I'll try to project my voice. I think you can still hear me fairly well from, the room's not too big. And so coming to sitting, and you're just going to stretch your legs out. Stretch your legs out, point, flex, and again, point, flex. Good. We'll do some seated twists. Now what I'll do is I keep moving around so that when I twist, I always can face the screen and project my voice. So simple twist, you're sitting cross-legged. We'll turn to the right first. So left arm comes up. You'll bring your hand, left hand across right knee. Notice if you're slumping, lengthen, roll the shoulder back. Breathe in, exhale, and look to the space behind you. Breath in, exhale. And then release, and we'll do second side. So you may want to recross your legs, I just did, and bring your right arm up, twist to your left, bringing your hand across knee, lengthen your spine, looking to the wall behind you or the joist. Israel, look at the beautiful garden behind you. She's outside in Palm Springs. Breathing in. Exhale. Nice. And then releasing. So we have another twist. And this one is the one where we drop our knees to one side. So I'm not going to say left or right. Drop your knees to one side. When you drop your knees to one side, and try not to sink to the one side, you're staying upright. If this bothers your knee, I always say extend your leg, okay? And we're going to be turning towards the bent knees. So there's a forward leg, I see the foot, I'm going to turn towards the bent knee. So lengthen the spine, bring your hand across the knee, look to, it's like a quarter turn, I say, and then maybe even looking to the space behind you. As you're actively turning your spine, you're going to turn your head the opposite direction. So your spine is going one way, but then you take your neck part of the spine, your neck turns the other way, your head turns the other way, and then your eyes turn opposite. So it's not a three-directional. Then you close your eyes and go to the original twist. Release and take it the other direction. So your knees shift, and as you shift, so again, some will have the knee like so. If you don't like the internal rotation, you may have to extend. If this is very difficult for you, you can also sit on a block, but it's different on a block. It's not as stable. So you're lengthening the spine, turning towards this, the foot you see, you're turning towards the knee. the other side, it's very easy to twist, so I want to twist, make it more challenging. And breathe, inhale. If possible, sitting bones down. It might be that you have to lift. Look to the space behind you. As you actively turn your spine one way, you're going to take your head, turning it opposite, and then taking your eyes to the original direction. So you're really looking at the corner of your eye. Breath in. Exhale. Close the eyes and twist. Follow along with the twist. And release. Good work. So we're doing poses in threes. So we have another twist combination pose. It's got 3 parts to it. So if you are sitting, you've got your leg, so I'm bending my right knee. It doesn't really matter. You're going to bend one knee, one leg is straightened. And the leg is not off to the side, but directly in front of you. If you know you can't reach, you might need a strap. You're going to reach up, extend, and come forward. So maybe you're reaching shin bone. Perhaps you have a towel or your strap. Some have, where's that block? Some need an extender to go a little deeper. Or you can do this with your hands. Your right wrist, if it's your left leg extended, right arm on top, and reach, lower your head. Stretch your spine. Let's come up, extend, reach up. Part 2 is a twist. Keep your sitting bones down as you turn towards your bent knee. And as you turn, maybe it's a quarter turn, or perhaps you're able to look behind you. Often in this one, you can really twist. Breath in, exhale. And you may stay here or come into your side plank. So I'm going to come into a full plank. So you might say, well, I'm going to modify. You have your knee is down, or you extend. So if you extend, you can have scissored legs, or you have your legs together, and arm could be up in the air or over ear. Breathing in, woo. Exhale. Extension, and then release, come out. Once you come out, take a moment to make fists, especially with your right, or the hand that was supporting you, rolling. We'll do second side. So we'll bend the other knee, and your straight leg is active, pointing forward, reach up, inhale, exhale, reach forward. So maybe you'll do what you did before. This time I'm reaching my right foot, so I'm going to take left wrist over the other, holding my foot and lowering the head. Take a few rounds of breath. Quiet time is really good when you're doing your yoga because it just gives you a little time to focus on your breath, on the intensity of the stretch. You're going to come up. I reposition myself a lot. And you're going to turn towards your bent knee, keeping both sitting bones down, lengthen the spine, active through your straight leg, and look back. Breathing in, exhale. Breath in, exhale. Of course, staying here, or if you can, we'll add our side plank. You can always modify your side plank or extending your legs. Okay, so what is possible, stacking feet if possible. Knee down makes it much easier. Breathing in, exhale. One more breath in, exhale. lowering the arm, coming out, and once again, you want to make a fist and roll out the wrist, roll out the wrist. So we have some back work, and we're going to be doing some hip openings on our backs. We will be standing up, of course. So we come onto our backs, and the first of the hip opener is fairly simple. Soles of the feet together, knees are wide, hands are right onto your belly. Taking a moment, I know the tendency is to want to look at the screen, but if you can, once you settle into the pose, once you've seen what we're doing, then of course in this one, look up at the ceiling or the sky if you're outside. Interlace fingers, extending the arms, and breathe. Taking the hands, pressing your knees together. We have windshield wiper, feet are wide, and knees go side, side. So you can have your arms out at a T. Knees, you're really trying to make contact with the mat, so I'm with the floor, so I want my outside thigh to touch down. And next time you go to the right, pause, and perhaps placing right foot on left thigh. You could stretch your left arm up overhead, and once again, look up at the ceiling, breathing in, exhale. Let's take it the other direction. Feet are wide, knees fall left, and left foot on top of right thigh. Take hold of your right wrist, stretch the whole right side of your body. You can see that kind of come off, rolling off of the mat. And breathing in, exhale. Nice stretch through your body. And then release and come out. So that's our second one. And then the last of these is half lotus. So we're doing things in threes, postures in threes. And so your knee is not pointing towards you, but out to the side. This is a good one for prevention of or relief from sciatica. So you're holding, and maybe the extended leg can straighten. Once again, looking up at the ceiling, holding your foot. You could shift side, side. If it's hard to hold your foot, you can use a strap. Breath in, exhale. Good, one more breath here. Some of you at the end can lift your head, bringing your head towards your foot. And release, extend the leg, and slowly lower. Good. Second side, we're going to hold on to the foot. So you reach for the foot. I'm right across the street from Green Lake, and there's lots of cars that go by and trucks. So not so much cars right now, but trucks. So you're holding your foot, shifting from side to side. And then from here, so, whatever feels good to do what you did on the other side. Looking at the ceiling, breathing in, exhale. And perhaps lifting, if you can, you're lifting, bringing your foot towards your forehead, breath in. Exhale, release, straighten the leg, and take your leg down. Good work. So from here, we will, let's go ahead and grab hold of the strap. We'll do our leg stretches as well. We'll do 3, we won't hold them too long. I have my little notes with me too. So here we go. We have the strap. And or maybe you're able to hold your foot. That's fine too, okay? And so as you're here, you're stretching, and this is all about hamstring stretch. Push up through the heel, breath in, exhale. We won't hold too long. We're going to take the leg out to the side. Try to keep your other hip down as you take your leg out to the side and up. You may want to bend your helper hand and maybe lean it onto the floor or the mat. Look up at the ceiling, breath in, exhale. Take the leg across. Other hand holding foot or strap, and you're coming across, reaching, reaching, reaching. I have a lovely sofa that I'll lean into, and there you are extending. So it's a nice twist. Try to keep your free shoulder, I could say the stretch side down. Breathing in. Exhale. And then release. And as you release, hug knee to chest. So to add a little more core strengthening, you lift, that stretch, but then you extend your arms past your foot so that you're not reaching anymore, or you're not holding, but you're reaching, engaging your core. Good. Release, and we'll take it the other direction. So foot up in the air, maybe you have hand to foot or you're using a strap. Try to straighten your leg. These wide pants, you can't tell, but I really do have my legs straightened. And breathe. Exhale. We'll begin to take the leg out to the side. So these are, if you just feel so chronically tight all the time in your legs, these are wonderful to come to. And in general, the more athletic, the stronger you are, the more we're going to be very tight in these areas. Breathing in. Exhale. And let's come across on the other side. So opposite hand holds the foot or the strap coming across. So I don't really want to drop my foot down. I like my foot to be as high as my hip. And then look up at ceiling, sky, or turn your head away from the stretched leg. And come back to center. Okay, remove the strap, pull the knee into chest, lift your head so you can stay like so, or let go and reach. So you're using your core to reach past your legs. Breath in, exhale, extend the leg, and slowly lower. Good work, good work. So let's go ahead and just have your feet flat onto the mat, 3 pelvic tilts. So you inhale, you arch, my hand can slip under back. Exhale, press, and really press. Inhale, arch, exhale, press. One more, inhale, arch, exhale, press. What you could also do is grab hold of a block. You don't have to. I know not everyone has props at home. If you have a block, it's at your knees. You're going to squeeze in, and you try to have a 90-degree bend. When we're tight, the feet hang. Okay. Deep breath in. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, release. Exhale, squeeze. Press your back down. Lift your head up. Inhale, release. And last one. Exhale, lift. Squeeze like crazy. Tighten pelvic floor muscles. Inhale, release. So 3 more on our backs have to do with arching, okay? So we have bridge. So you're coming up into bridge. Feet are hip distance apart. You're lifting, clasping hands, tucking shoulders underneath you. Lift, lift, lift. Looking up at the ceiling so your neck is in a nice, safe position. See if you can really extend. Breath in. Exhale. And release. When you release, we all know the best counter pose is happy baby. So you reach for your outside feet, go wide, you can shift side side, but again, reposition your head so you are looking up at the ceiling. We're going to release, and what I will say is fish pose, or you could come to, some don't have blocks, right? So if you have a block, you could lie over a block, or you're coming to fish pose. So I will show both in case you need to know. So the block is under my shoulder blades, my bottom is down, and I'm tilting my head back. If that doesn't feel good, you might need a blanket or something under your head. I don't want your head just hanging. Arms can be up overhead. So that's one way to do fish. The other is without any props, in which case, I'll do that as well. You lift your pelvis, slip your hands underneath you, see if you can straighten your arms, extend your legs, push elbows into the mat, lift your head, and then tilt back until the top of your head touches down. Now, toes are pointed and feet are together, and breathe. We're going to release, come out, free your hands, take the block away from you if you're using it, and just once you're out, let your head go side, side. Release your head. Just go side, side. You're in the comfort of your home. And your home now is your new yoga studio. How cool is that? So one more arch, and what I would say is floating bridge. So if you're like, I don't know about this, if you don't have blocks, right? So you might have blocks, and you could say, okay, I've got the block under my sacrum, and then you can extend your legs. So it's on the lower back, and you extend your arms. But let's say you don't have a block. So another idea could be that you press up, and again, it might be that you can actually bring your hands underneath. Not everyone can, I know, and extend. That might be too much on your wrist, but you can do another bridge pose. Okay. Breath in. Exhale. And we're ready to come out. And then once we come out, we'll do our counter pose in child's pose. So we're coming up. You may want to have something extra under your knees. Maybe you have a nice thick mat. We're coming back. We're coming to child's pose. So I'll actually show, since I have this quilt. Okay. So here I am. The quilt matches my yoga mat. It's so cool. So here we are coming to child's pose. Head down. We're shifting into another little phase in our session, and that is the downward facing dog phase. Okay, and so as you're here in child's pose, take another deep breath in and exhale. Come on to the hands and knees. Round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. And last one, round. Inhale, arch. Good. And we have downward facing dog. So you curl, toes under. You could measure it out in plank position. And then from there, coming back to downward facing dog. And take a moment. Send your sitting bones up. Stretch through your arms. Breath in. Exhale. We'll come forward. There'll be 3 of them. So you're coming forward into plank and then upward facing dog. So maybe the first time around your knees are down, your thighs are up. You're either looking straight ahead of you, maybe looking upward. And release. And just be patient with your body as you start to unwind. Let your head drop down. Take a few rounds of breath. Come to kneeling, and we have a form of camel. So it might be that you extend your arms, maybe arching doesn't work so well for you, or you curl toes under, and you could do half camel, one hand down, one arm up. I'm trying to keep my pelvis forward as I reach and look up. I'm going to do the other side, hands to heart, lowering my chin, and other side, reaching up and back, and breathe. And back to center. Downward facing dog. Hands are spread wide, press on back, and you could pedal, bend one knee, press opposite heel down, back and forth. And then coming forward to plank and upward facing dog. So maybe this time knees are up, maybe you can extend through your feet. My knees are up, and lengthen, look ahead of you, breath in. Exhale, so you can lift. And then knees come down, press back. And come to kneeling. So you could repeat what you did earlier, or perhaps this time you're able to reach for your heels. Let's see what is possible. Press your pelvis forward, look up, and breathe. Exhale. Come out, resting the back again. I love these counter poses are very valid, very important. Ooh, I do believe we have one more. So you could do downward facing dog again, or come onto your elbows, okay? So I will come onto the elbows, and as we're here, it could be that you clasp your hands or you have your palms flat. And then from here, so going to reach on back, lengthen the spine, shake out your head. Some might be able to lift one leg. Yeah, and then let's lift the other leg. Walk the feet back, come into plank position, breath in, exhale, and lowering onto the belly. And as you're here, lengthen the spine. Make sure that your elbows are just a drop down from your shoulders, and you're looking ahead of you. Feet are pushing down. They might be together, they can be apart. Most important is that they push down. Breathe in. Exhale. And then from here, we'll come into a Cobra. So you can have your hands wide. You know, that seems to work for tight backs. It really works because it works your strength. Or you can have your hands closer in, alongside chest, and you press up. And you might be, to your surprise, you might find, wow, my back is pretty open right now. There's something relaxing, very relaxing about working, doing your yoga at home. This is your beautiful home. A reflection of who you are, your creativity, your travels, your life, all coming together in your home. And lower, lower, lower. And we'll press back to child's pose. Once you're back in child's pose, we're gonna, we start another phase from here. So we're just gonna pause, take a moment, check in. And then we'll curl toes under. Now, that's how I like to come back into a forward fold. Maybe you have a different way. So here I am in the forward fold. Knees can be soft or knees are straightened, not locked. Bring your hands to your head, gently elongate your neck, look towards your legs, and breathe. Soften the knees, come on up. And once you come up, reach the arms up into the air, lengthen, lengthen, and hands are to heart center. Good work. So if you have a strap, let's go ahead and grab a strap. And I'll do work that maybe if you don't have a strap, you won't feel bad. You'll still have access to these wonderful shoulder stretches. So I've got my strap standing back here so you can actually see me. Let's start out. You could clasp your hands or use a strap and have maybe a few inches between hands. Roll the shoulders back. Kitchen towels work wonderfully. Hand towels work wonderfully. Lengthen, open the shoulders back. You want to roll the shoulders back. Look ahead of you. Look upward and breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Soften the knees, come to your forward fold, let your head release, take your arms up into the air, let your neck completely relax. So there is definitely going to be the tendency to look to the screen. I'm allowed to do it, to project my voice, but I would like you to look towards your knees as you relax your head, take your arms away from your back. You'll have to look at the screen from time to time, but also doing your pose, you get into the posture. Release, come on up, and then we have shoulder flossing. So you take, this is nice when you do have a towel or so. You are now taking your arms back and forth behind your back. And you're moving, shifting from side to side. And then the other side. So there you go, holding and moving. Side to side, side to side, side to side. Okay. And then releasing. All right. So let's go wide. Take a wide stance, and heels are turned in, toes are turned out, and your arms will be up overhead. The strap is taut. The arms will go a little off screen here. Shift to one side. Bend your knee, and then engage your core. Come over, come across, come over, and up. Try that the other way. So your leading foot goes there. You shift, come over, across, and up. This can be done without a strap, okay? Your arms would just be up in the air. Engage your core, forward, across, and up. And one more, over, across, and up. Good. And then releasing, taking the strap to the side. Let's see, yep, so, and then release. So we also have some strengtheners, of course. So we're going to work on chair. So looking at chair pose, feet are together, and we drop down. And as you drop down, maybe you're actually going to touch down. That's what I like to do, because then I say, well, I've got to sort of keep this in place. I can't lift up from here. I'm going to try to lower, touch down, keep the pelvis down as my upper body extends. And then look straight ahead of you. Maybe you're looking right at the screen. The arms will be alongside the ears. Breath in. Exhale. Once again, breath in. Exhale. Push. Look up. Arch back. Hands are to heart. Warrior one. Let's do warrior two. So we're going to go wide, warrior two, because warrior one comes later. And I'm extending. So again, I want this 90-degree bend and reaching outward. So some people have a great setup. They have a mirror, or they've got some sort of reflection, and that's great because that does help. And we have one at our gym, which helps. And then, or you can just look at your back hand, and then gaze goes towards the extended arm, and you're breathing. Exhale. It's all about strength, your physical strength. your emotional strength, spiritual strength, all the strength we need right now. Yep. Release, hands to heart. And we're going to, let's go ahead and do this little counter pose here where you're pushing your thighs back and lowering your head, stretching your inner thighs. And coming up and shifting the other way. Yeah. So as you're here, you're going to bend into your leading leg, extend the arms. Again, check your back arm, make sure it is where you think it is, in alignment with your shoulder, and then look out past your leading arm, and this is your strength. Your legs are strong right now. You're breathing, breath in, exhale. One more breath in, exhale, and release. And the counter pose this time is a forward fold. So we're going to just make sure the feet are a little wide here. You're coming forward. You could press your thighs back as you come forward. Walk your hands forward, elongate the spine, send your sitting bones up, shake out your head. Breathing in, exhale. Breath in and exhale. Hands on to the low back. Let's go ahead and come on up. Yep, we're working with threes, so there's still another strength one, and you know it's horse. You probably knew that. I don't know how, but I bet you guessed that one. So it's the strength part. The heels are turned in, toes turned out. You're dropping down. So I want to make sure that my knee and my ankle line up. You're upright with the spine. Interlace fingers. Breathe in through your nose. Exhale. And you can really breathe in here. Inhale. Exhale. Really open your mouth. One more. Exhale. Push heels right into the mat. Good. And then toes, heels, toes, heels, toes, heels, or some like to jump forward or walk together, yes. And those conclude all of those. So now we move into breath. We'll have breath, we'll have side bending, and doing a few here. So, so with the breathing, let's go ahead and do Uddiyana Bandha. And sometimes inside, like I love doing Uddiyana Bandha or any of the breathing exercises. I love doing them outside in the park when I do yoga in the park in the summer. And that is going to happen. That's going to be Tuesdays, Wallingford, and I'm adding a Wednesday, Green Lake, right across the street from me. Not really, a little down the street from me by the theater. And so as we're here, it's really nice to do these outside. It's nice to do these when you're alone. Not always, I mean, I do them in class, but it's much better when you have, like, especially right now, when you can breathe freely. So not worry about being around others. So here you are. Your hands are about upper thigh, not by your knees, upper thigh. Breathe in through your nose. I'll go like this. Exhale through your mouth. Lower your head, tuck your belly in, and inhale. Through the nose, exhale through your mouth. Your mouth is open. It's a loud HA sound. Inhale, come up. Pause. Make sure you're not dizzy. I always do that because once upon a time I had this very tall guy in class go falling after one. He fainted. He did it like it was like a bit much, right? So it's like I say, if you're dizzy, do with less enthusiasm. Last one, the last one, I'm going to guide you. I can't do it because I'm guiding you. So breathe in, exhale. Keep exhaling, exhaling, exhaling. Keep the breath out. Tuck your belly in. Tuck your chin in. Tighten pelvic floor muscles. You're on the hollow. And then inhale and come up. Now, bring your feet closer together. Got 3 of them, okay? And this one, you're going to bend your knees. Your elbows are tucked under you, like as if you have a towel you want no one to take from you. So you're tucked, and we're going to, you're just tucked. I'll just guide us through. And then we're going to extend the arms round your back as if you have a beach ball that you're conforming to. Inhale, straighten the legs, elbows tuck to the ribs, elbows move back, look up, that's the inhalation. Exhale through the mouth, tuck your chin in, round your back, inhale. Inhale through the nose, hold the breath in as you arch back, exhale. Inhale. And release. So those are the, sometimes the breath work doesn't make sense, and sometimes they're fantastic. Especially, I keep thinking of Joyce Israel outside right now with Jonah. It's fantastic to do outside, or right now, like open windows. We have a beautiful day in Seattle, open windows. So flickers are out. I keep seeing them go by. All right, so last one. Feet about mat distance apart. You got the wood chopper. Your arms are chopping wood for next year, I guess. Your arms are straight. You're holding, and I'll just guide you along. You're going to inhale through the nose. Bend the knees. Exhale through your mouth. Choppy 3 times. Ha, ha, ha. It's ha, ha, ha. Inhale, straighten the legs. Reach up, arch back. Exhale. So knees are soft, everything is soft. Knees are soft, everything's really soft when you're down. When you come up, we're doing one more. Everything's tight, taut. You're lifting, you're arching back, holding the breath in, and ha, ha, ha. Ooh, we're done with those. All right. We'll do 3 more standing, okay? So I thought, 3 more standing. There's going to be a side angle, a half moon. Yeah. So here we go. Let's do our triangle. Triangle is so great. All right. I haven't seen all the names. I'm not sure if Julie Newcomb is here, but she'll be happy with our triangle. So you're extending, shifting, 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 and then reaching. So wonderful, such a wonderful pose. Breathing in. Exhale, feeling the stretch to the inner thigh. Nice breath in. Exhale. We're going to add half moon. So you'll bend your knee, you'll reach. So when you reach forward, some of you want a block, maybe you have a chair nearby, whatever. Be creative, especially if you don't have props. You'll be creative. You'll start seeing your home as a yoga studio with lots of built-in props, okay? So breathing in, maybe you can take your leg a little higher. Exhale. And the counter pose is a squat. So we're going to come out, we'll count this as our third pose. Maybe you're modifying, or you're coming all the way down into the pose, lengthening. Breathe in. Exhale. Hands push in and up we go. Second side, so we'll go wide. And you'll adjust, so turn one foot out. Remember your back heel. Sometimes we forget about the back heel. It should point slightly towards the back of the mat. Extend the arms, check out your arms. Breathe in. Exhale, shift from the pelvis, shift, and bring your hand down. It's very light, wherever it's at, it's light. And you're strong in this pose. Breathing in. Exhale. Breath in. Exhale. Just feel like there's so much space. There's an element, air, all around you, and you're moving into air. If your window's open right now, you're smelling the spring air come in. It's very inspirational. This is something very beautiful about yoga at home. You can have the lighting you like. You can have all your comforts. You can have whatever view. Maybe you have this nice view, beautiful view. Maybe you have a big magnolia tree in blossom. We're coming to half moon, shifting. I think I might have to move a little bit. So you're shifting over into Ardha Chandrasana and extending. Good. Flexing the ankle, reaching up, and breathe. We have a counter pose, your squat, Malasana. So you come into your squat, drop down, and take your hands to your heart, lengthen the spine, and breathe. Press, come on up. So I saved Warrior One because I feel like there's some nice movements that come with Warrior One, and especially if I look at it with 3. So these would be our last standing, okay? So let's say right foot is forward, left foot back, and your back heel could be up or down. More traditional, the heel is down. And you take your wide stance, you want a 90-degree bend at the knee, right? And you're looking ahead of you, reaching the arms up, and breathe. Nice breath in. Exhale. We're going to add a twist. So left hand comes down. I want to turn towards the bent knee. Some use a block. Use a block if you like. Some can have the knee down. So you're turning towards your knee and you're extending. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale. From here, I'm going to actually skip the third one because I want to make sure we have time. So I am going to add the second side. So you're shifting, pause in your forward bend, your counter pose, stretching through. Come on up, extend the arms up, palms touch, look up, hands are to heart, and we do the second side. Right foot will step back. Warrior One, heel up or heel down, pelvis is squared. Reach the arms up, looking straight ahead of you, or upward, and breathe. Exhale. We're going to add the twist, so we're turning towards the bent leg. One hand is down, back leg is up, heel is up, and you twist. You can always modify, do the variation you did on side 1. Breath in. Exhale. Beautiful. Release. This time it's downward facing dog. So you're going to press on back, another symmetrical pose, and notice how it changes. Notice how open you are. Breathing in. Exhale. We're going to bring your knees down, press back to child's pose again. Hands are back by the heels, lower your head, and breathe. And then making your way up to sitting. Good work. So as we're here, we're just going to, take a moment to sit and quiet. You have like a lot of movement, and then you take a moment and you feel your quiet inside, the quiet that you cultivate. Breathing in and exhale. We're gonna do our rock and roll. We go back and forth on our mats. And for that one, you might need a blanket underneath you. I think I'm okay without. And you always want to look around because your home studio is a little different. Like you might have a bookshelf in the way. Okay, we got a lot of books. Yep. And that was that's thinned down. Alrighty, so here we go. We have our rock and roll. Now, if you know rock and roll doesn't work for you, you can be in your bound angle sitting, or you can be lying in bound angle. If you're okay with it, you're going back and you're going towards plow. Running into problems. I'm gonna be right in the middle here. Okay, back plow and forward. So remember, you are not looking to the side, you're looking straight ahead of you. Come back, the second one. And up. And back. And up. Pause for a moment, breathing in. Exhale. And then from here, we're coming onto our backs. So you're coming to lying down. And if you have a bolster, I don't know, you might have a bolster, you may not, but the bolsters are always nice, right? So if you have a bolster, it might be that the bolster is right under your knees and you lie on your back. Maybe you want the bolster under your back. So this is your time to allow yourself stillness. As you come to stillness, I will guide you. I would like you to bring your focus to, again, that quality of air around you. The air around you, so beautiful. I don't know your situation. I don't know if it's just your windows are open. I hope your windows are open. You can't miss out on this day. The spring air. You smell the earth waking up. Perhaps you smell the blossoms from the magnolias. Perhaps it's just the sun in the air, as if the sun has a smell. I want you to imagine the different, a sense of smell, like in the air. So maybe it is the smell of mountains, the smell of the desert. They're all very distinct. The smell of a forest. Noticing maybe the smell of different seasons, and especially right now, the smell of spring, of various flowers. Maybe there is a smell that comes to mind from childhood, something very, very distinct. For me, it's my dad's garden, and going out into the garden, and there were very, very distinct smells from things that are growing in the garden, and the hot, humid summers in Indiana, garden time. So whatever it is that comes to mind right now, and you are basically focusing on, just your senses, and especially sense how to take in spring a different way. Completely relax your body. Feel your arms relaxing. Your legs are relaxed. Notice what it is like to be free of fear, free of tension, free of fragmentation of mind. Just what is it to be completely present and relaxed? What is it like to feel safe? We're sheltering at home, and we have discovered, I think many of us have discovered, I mean, these are worrisome times, and yet sheltering at home has opened up a lot of silver linings. One is that we have been able to kind of take on a new perspective. It's like there's a pause button, we step back, we can look at our lives from a new perspective. We can savor differently. And what are the sounds around you? Again, with the open windows, I hear the flickers. And perhaps you hear birdsong. Perhaps you hear the sounds of your house, your actual house, or maybe the sounds of your household. Very slowly, I'm going to give you a little time here, a minute of quiet, and I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. It's like this little container. You're here, you're being held. We have this, you're not alone. We have this amazing yoga community with us. There are 28 of you and me. There are 29 of us. And we're all experiencing peace of mind, embracing wholeness, experiencing wellness, serenity, calm. Take a moment to immerse yourself in this sensation, the state of being. And then I'm going to have you slowly come to sitting. Now, you're home. It's fine. If you want to just stay lying there, you may, but it's lunchtime. You might want to come up. I am going to unmute you